So 3-car final. If you finish, you get yourself a nice trophy because it's a podium guaranteed here. Dan Swayland, though, is looking good. Dan Swayland looking good in the championship as well this season. $37 points for him. It's Joe Luke Eastwood in P2 in the championship. Nearly halfway down the order, but still in the fight. 22 points for Halfhide in P6 of the championship. So it is Dan Swayland who would be the favourite for the championship as well, with a P2 and a P1, both from Linden Hill, in their opening round of the season. Just the way it stands right now, Dan Swayland way out ahead of Joe Luke Eastwood's. Once again, we still don't have timing. So not quite sure why timing isn't coming through onto our screen, so we're having to do this one again by feel. It's a 5-lapper, no joker. Dan Swayland is way ahead. With 3 cars, it's much easier to work out though, isn't it? Dan Swayland leads the way. Next up is Joe Luke Eastwood. Followed by the 205 in Halfhide. Gap's still pretty equal, but Dan Swayland is moving his way up the order. He was very impressive at Linden Hill, wasn't he, Dan Swayland? Especially heading down Hairy Hill into Paddock Bend. Joe Luke Eastwood's very different sort of car to drive from Dan Swayland's in this retro class and a Motorsport UK 5 Nations Trophy British Rallycross retro class. That's a decent margin. Heading around the hairpin. It's Carter's hairpin. Onto the loose Hanson's. Hanson's just there, flicking it right, getting you back onto the tarmac here. Then you have to deal with Ollie's, which is pretty much there, and then Senna. That's our P2. Fairly processional final, this one here, but 3 cars make it harder. We haven't now got timing showing up. This is good. I have timing screens working, and I can tell you the gap between P1 and P2 is now 5.5 seconds, and the gap between P2 and P3 is nearly 6 seconds, so pretty much the same gaps between all the cars out on track. 3 laps have been complete. They're on lap 4 at the moment. 5-lap race. So Swayland goes across there. About to start his final lap. In fact, Dan Swayland is on that lap now. Swayland put a trigger on his last lap as he heads along the speedway straight. Hooks it right. Swayland has had no issues at all here. 6-second lead and a 6-second or 6.5-second lead between Joe Luke Eastwood and Ian Halfhide. So almost 13 seconds covering off P1 to P3. But Dan Swayland goes across the line, takes the victory. No issues for him. 6 seconds it was before. To finish at 6 seconds. Yes, here's the answer. 6.775 to be precise. Over the line goes Ian Halfhide.